Hello guys and welcome back to the Brighton career mode here on FC24. We are back here towards the end of season 3. We are now about 2/3 of the way into the season. 25 games gone in the Premier League. We are currently sitting in top 4. We are in 4th place. We have the potential obviously to still, maybe potentially win the league, but 7 points behind Manchester City already. It's going to be tough, especially with the games that we have coming up in today's episode, but I think we could do it. So we're going to try to, and of course we are still in the Europa Conference League. This episode is going to be jam-packed with some games and then with some simulated games as well. We are going to get through the month of March, at least through these 6 games, as long as there's no rescheduled games. More than likely we'll simulate the Brentford game, and then depending on how that first leg went in the UECL, we'll determine how we go on with the second leg of the UECL fixture. We might simulate it, we might play it, we'll see. Sevilla are a very, very formidable opponent. They are very good in European competitions. As you know, they win the Europa League like every other year almost, and so I'm sure they'll still be very, very good in the Europa Conference League. Let's go ahead and take a full look at the table in the Premier League table. Newcastle and Chelsea sitting 1 point behind us, so obviously, the top 6 is pretty much secured. It's just which place will any of those 6 teams finish in. Leeds, Manchester United, and Liverpool in 7th, 8th, and 9th. Leeds having a fantastic season. Villa, West Ham, Fulham, Wolves in 10th through 13th. Crystal Palace, Brentford, Burnley, and Everton currently safe from relegation. But Everton, Nottingham Forest, Southampton, and Luton Town rounding out the bottom. Luton are just not great. They're gonna go down after this season. First up in this episode, we got a game against Arsenal. Arsenal have been very, very good against us throughout this entire career mode, just because obviously they have very, very high quality players, and we're bringing in Garnacho into the team. We brought him in the January transfer window. I don't know if any of you guys saw the bicycle kick he scored in real life today for Manchester United. That was an insane goal. One of the best goals probably in Premier League history. Almost no doubt about it, honestly. So let's go ahead and get into this game against Arsenal. I'm sure they're going to be going with a very, very good squad. Wow, they got Neymar out on the left instead of Martinelli, the Brazilian connection over there. They got Micah up top. I'm really not familiar with who that is. Saka, Odegaard, Rice. Pretty standard players for them. Still got Ramsdale. They got a former player, Estepinian, in their team as well, of course. But you already saw our lineup, so let's go ahead and get into this game at the Emirates. Saka on the edge of the box, taking a shot. Not a bad effort. 3 minutes gone now. Arsenal already with a corner. Bukayo Saka, probably their best player, I would have to imagine. Neymar lays it off to him on this corner, but Garnacho wins it. And that's going to be a little bit too heavy of a touch, and we do turn it over. Now Saka in the box, passes it back to Odegaard. Not sure what he was thinking about there. Odegaard finds their striker. Oh, Verbruggen, what a save that is. And we are able to get it away. Neto finds Sesko. Sesko's going to have to look over here for Garnacho. Garnacho's going to look inside for Sesko. Not a bad effort, but Ramsdale does make that save as well. Smith Rowe with an excellent pass in here to Fernandez. Fernandez finds Sesko. We're going to go out here to Garnacho. Try to make a move to get around the defender. We can't yet, but we are going to find this overlapping run from Kirkaz, who's going to look towards the back post. But Ramsdale comes and collects that one very nicely. Only 1 minute of added time here at the end of the half. Odegaard takes a shot from the edge of the box and finds the back of the net somehow. And that's going to go ahead and do it for the end of the first half, but I'm just honestly not sure how that one's going in the back of the net. It goes through, I believe that's Diamande's legs there. Might have been Indica. And Verbruggen, I think, might have got his fingertips to it, but that one's in the back of the net. So 1-0 lead for Arsenal right at the end of the first half. A pass inside Jorginho. Gets the pass off to Micah. Or Micah, of course. Don't know what his name is, but we are able to get the save in with Verbruggen. And Garnacho turns that one over. Jorginho from the edge of the box scores that. There is no way Jorginho with his left foot should be beating Verbruggen from that distance. We got to see the replay on this one as well. I just don't believe it. Jorginho left-footed too? There's just no way. That angle's not going to show much. It was a pretty good shot, but Verbruggen has got to get to that one. Sesko inside to Fernandez. Fernandez, not a great angle to shoot from. Had to go towards that near post. Ramsdale did make the save. We need to try to find Sesko on this one, but unfortunately, it looks like Pedro Neto is going to try to end up going for it. Smith Rowe trying to get the header in. Gets in Fernandez, heads that one away, and we're going to get called for a foul in the box. Wow, there is just everything going their way right now. Every bounce is going their way. Every shot is going towards them. Every pass is going directly towards them. And then, oh, Santos almost put that in the back of the net. Verbruggen couldn't make up his mind on whether or not he wanted to move forward there. 82 minutes gone. I'm not even going to try to make any subs because we do have that midweek FA Cup game against Huddersfield where we really need our backups to play in that game. So I'm just not going to make any changes. And Neto again, we're just not able to get anywhere. But we do end up with the ball in the middle of the field. Smith Rowe maybe should have shot that one first time. There's just nothing going right for us right now. Neto makes an excellent turn. And that's going to go over the bar as well. We are going to have a corner yet again. But, I mean, every bounce, I'm telling you, no bounce has gone our way this game. And Diamante's header goes way over the bar. And I think we're going to take an L in this game. Oh my god, and Arsenal content to just play it out from the back, but Estepinian just decides to go on a run where we absolutely cannot get the ball away from him. And that's just an insanely bad pass from Sesko. It doesn't even matter. We'll hold our hands up. We took the L in this game. Here at the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal get a 2-0 win over Brighton. And it was just a pretty terrible effort from our team, I'll be honest. We did not play very well in that game at all. And now just 3 days later, we do have this FA Cup game here against Huddersfield. We are going to be playing our second lineup. This is the round of 16 in the FA Cup. Lots of decent teams still left. Lots of teams that are in a little bit of the lower levels. Huddersfield, Stockport, Coventry City. Not necessarily known for being, Premier League type teams, at least as of late. But we are going to be playing Huddersfield in this game. We're going to go ahead and get our second rotation lineup in. And this is the lineup that Huddersfield are putting out. I don't know anything about Huddersfield besides the fact that they're obviously an English team, but I don't know what league they're in right now, and I don't know any of the players on their team, so I'm not even going to try to speak to it. But this is the lineup we're going with. Just a fully rotated 11 from the last game, but the same 11 we've been playing in Europa League. A lot of the backup players in every position, so let's go ahead and get into it. Ooh, Bino Gin's able to keep that one in well. Finds Fabricio Diaz. 15 minutes gone. We find the back of the net. Not much to show in that first 15 minutes. A lot of back and forth. But we are able to find the back of the net with Fabricio Diaz thanks to Jamie Bino Gittins after 15 minutes. And now Job looking over here for Bino Gittins. Bino Gittins looking over here for Job. And Job gonna get a shot into the back of the net with his left foot. Basically right off kickoff. 17 minutes gone now. 2 goals in less than 3 minutes. And we have taken a 2-0 lead over Huddersfield. A team that we definitely should be beating very easily in the FA Cup. But we are flying right now. Bino Gittins now. We're on the counterattack. João Pedro. I don't know where the defender was going there. We're just going to try to find the back of the net with João Pedro. Maybe could have cut that one back, but we decided not to. Unfortunately, do not find the back of the net there either. Lewis Dunk now pushing forward. Not sure what he's doing up there. Bad pass, bad touch, and a turnover. But the ball is eventually found back to Diarra. He goes for a cross. Not a great effort. We're going to try to get Jansen out on a run here and see if we can't get past the defense. Don't like our options there. We're going to cut this one back inside. We finally find an overlapping run from Lamptey. Lamptey's going to go for a cross. João Pedro can't get to it. Head and stand, I believe, is the name of the keeper there. Is able to collect that one. It's going to be a 2-0 lead for us at halftime. Fabricio Diaz finds Job. Job. Wow, that pass was supposed to go to João Pedro. I'm not sure why it goes to Barco there. We're going to find João Pedro, though. He's going to go for a low shot on the ground. And we find the back of the net for the 3rd time in this game. 50 minutes gone now. I think we're probably going to go ahead and jump to the sim since this game is pretty much over. I suppose they could come back in the next 40 minutes, but I just don't see it happening. Pushing forward now. Ooh, we almost find a 4th after just 7 minutes of simulation. We do have a corner now. We're going to try to swing this one back inside. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a shot away. It looks like there's going to be a free kick. With the game against Manchester United in 3 days, there's really just no point in us bringing on any subs in this game. We're going to try to rest our first team as much as we can. So, Manchester United game here in a few days in the Premier League. It's one of the biggest games we have this month. So we're gonna focus on that here after this game. And now we're pushing forward again, and João Pedro, 4th goal of the game. We're going to go ahead and just simulate the rest of the game. We're going to go ahead and jump to result. And we are going to actually give up a goal in the 84th minute. Huddersfield do get one back, but it's not going to matter. We get 4 goals, and they only get 1, so we win the game. And we're on to the FA Cup 6th round, which I believe is the quarterfinals. And as you can see here, here's some of the teams that are going to be going on to the next round. Coventry City actually going on to the next round, which is absolutely crazy, as well as Stockport. So Going to be an interesting fixture in the next round. Hopefully we get one of those two teams and we'll have, an easier game, if you will. But now we've got this game against Manchester United coming up, and it's a big one. We have to worry about it a lot. Obviously, you can see through 26 games, we got 14 wins, 7 draws, 5 losses. I mean, we're having a good season. But if we don't start winning some games right now, it's gonna come back to bite us later on. Obviously, you can see Newcastle and Chelsea have a game in hand with only 1 point gap between us. Manchester United sitting down in 8th place, 39 points. If they win this game, they would go above Leeds for 7th place and, have the potential to get up into the top 6 at some point later on in the season. So, very, very big game we got coming up. This is the lineup that they're going to be going with. Pretty standard Manchester United lineup. Very, very good Manchester United lineup. And then we, of course, will be putting out the best lineup that we can put out. So let's go ahead and get into this game here against Manchester United at home. Sancho with an excellent touch and ability to get around our defender. Has to go back, though. Nuno Mendes is going to be able to find McTominay. McTominay with an excellent pass into Timo Werner, but we're able to get it away. We find a way to win that one back. Sesko, or not Sesko. I needed him to make a run. I guess he is the person I was looking for. We turn it over. They turn it over, and we turn it over right back. Smith Rowe waits for the run of Garnacho. Garnacho, he has a lot of pace. He's able to get around his former team's defense and can't find the back of the net. We needed that one to go in, but unfortunately, of course, we just can't find it. So we're going to swing this one in with him. This time, we are going to be able to find Sesko. Disappointing. All right, Manchester United now in a dangerous area, trying to get anybody in the way of that. He goes for a shot of all options there. That was probably the worst one. He had 2 cutback passes. He could have gotten that too. And we're able to get away from that one unscathed, but we probably shouldn't be. What a pass from McTominay. Diamande able to get back very well on that one. We needed him to, because that was a surefire goal if he didn't. Benjamin Sesko is going to be through, but Fernandez didn't want to send that one over the top, decided to go down on the ground, and now they could be on a counterattack. Sesko being sent on a run out here on the wing. He has so much pace for someone that's so tall. He's going to cut inside, find Pedro Neto. Onana makes a great save, and they're able to get this one away yet again. The first half comes to a close with 60% possession from Manchester United. They have been able to keep the ball well, but they have not been able to find the back of the net yet, so we just need to keep them from doing that, and we need to find a way to get a winner, and we'll be smooth sailing with 3 points here in this game. Getson Fernandez with an excellent pass to Garnacho. Garnacho again. Oh, man, we can't find the back of the net, and that is such a demoralizing shot right there. I mean, it would have been perfect, just a foot closer to his body, and we would have found the back of the net. Werner into Sancho. Sancho doesn't know what to do with it, I guess, but neither does Milos Kerkez, who tries to find a pass in the middle of the field. Diamande comes up and makes a big tackle. If we can get Benjamin Sesko to run, we could find him, but we're just going to go out here to Garnacho yet again on a run. Look back inside for Smith Rowe, who takes a heavy touch, eventually finds Sesko, who finds the back of the net. Onana honestly should be doing better there, but we take a 1-0 lead. 70 minutes gone now. There's been a lot of work to get this goal, but we finally do get it. And a little bit of luck there for sure, but Onana, I guess, really couldn't do too much about it. He was in a pretty impossible scenario there, but we will gladly take our 1-0 lead. And right after that goal, we're going to go ahead and get a double sub in. Smith Rowe coming off, João Pedro coming on for that cam position. And Andy Diop is going to come off for Fabricio Diaz as well. Excellent passing from Manchester United. Sees them with the ball out on the right side with Wrench. He tries to cross that one in. We are able to block that one away. But it will be a corner for them. We are going to be trying to defend this. Luis Alberto, wow. Able to get a tackle in on him, but of course the ball ends up right with them yet again. I don't know if you saw that graphic up in the top left. They have like 95% pass accuracy or something like that. And Dika is able to control that one, and we are able to get away. João Pedro finding Neto. Neto looking over the top for Sesko. I do not like that touch whatsoever. Garnacho, though, on the edge of the box, going for a shot. Onana makes the save. 81 minutes gone. We are pushing forward yet again, and we are pushing forward nicely. If we can find a second goal, we would be able to for sure win this game. João Pedro almost gets us that one. Anthony looking for a cross, able to get it away as Diamande. He finds Fabricio Diaz, who finds João Pedro. Sesko, I mean, Sesko's got some interesting ways of running forward. He doesn't really choose the perfect lane, but sometimes he does choose the perfect pass. He gets Garnacho out on this wing. We're going to look across goal. I saw Neto over there. I had no confidence in him, given the fact that he's missed a couple of open chances in this game, but ooh, that is a nasty, nasty challenge. That's a yellow card for, was that Mason Greenwood? A red card for Mason Greenwood. And he is now out of the game for a very, very bad challenge there. I'm not sure what he was going for. So with only less than a minute left to go in this game, we should be able to lock this one up pretty easily. We're going to send this one over to Kirkez. And we're going to get that over to Garnacho. Garnacho finds Kirkez. Kirkez finds Sesko, who almost finds the back of the net. Sesko can't win that one. But the ball's going to be cleared away from their box. And that's going to be a 1-0 win for us over Manchester United. Another very, very tough game. But this time, we come away with the clean sheet. And now we have finally made it to our matchup against Sevilla in the Europa Conference League. Yeah, in the Europa Conference League. And I believe they are probably the toughest team left in the Europa Conference League besides us. Let's go ahead and look at that. Villa are still in the competition, which Villa are a very tough team for sure. But I think Sevilla, you know, probably the best team besides ourselves in this competition. If you look at the other side of the bracket as well, I mean, I would say these are all very, very beatable teams besides maybe Sevilla and Villa. Mönchengladbach maybe as well, but a very, very winnable competition for us. If we get past Sevilla, I think we have a very, very good chance of making it all the way into, the final of this competition. So let's go ahead and get our first team players back in for this game. And we're going to try to get a win here against Sevilla in the first leg of this competition. Sevilla's lineup is as follows. Of course, our former player, Sebastian Bornau, in their defense. Joe Scally, a player that we thought about going after. And then, of course, Richarlison, a player that we are very familiar with his time at Tottenham. He did play very well against us in his time at Tottenham as well. Remember, he scored, I believe, 4 goals in that game, that 6-0 game against us. So, going to be a tough competition, but let's go ahead and get into it. I'm excited for this one. I think we're going to do well. Oh, they are already pushing forward very well, getting a shot on goal. Thierry Correa is able to get that one away to Pedro Neto, and hopefully we can try to get on a break here. Garnacho wins that ball, finds Sesko. Man. Unable to find the back of the net. Sevilla down this right side. Januzaj looking for a pass inside. Does well to turn Kirkez, but then doesn't do well there at all. But we concede a corner, so they're going to try to swing this one in. And they are going to swing it in, and they are going to win that one, but it is going to go out for a goal kick. Neto muscling a defender off over here on this right side, finds Fernandez, finds Smith Rowe, who's going to just take this one on his own. A very, very poor shot there. And again, basically one-on-one with the keeper, and we cannot find the back of the net. Free kick in a dangerous area here for Sevilla. They're going to swing that one in. There easily could have been a foul called maybe somewhere in there. Richarlison gets his head to it. Sends that one in towards Verbruggen. He does well to collect, or not collect it, but to at least send it away momentarily. Evan Ndicka, not a great header away. Not a great clearance at all, but we are able to get away from that one without conceding, so that's nice to see. But we do end up conceding another corner shortly after. Benjamin Sesko not able to deal with that one, but the pass from Sebastian Bornau to Andy Diop to his former teammate. Maybe he got confused. Andy Diop is able to send Garnacho on a run. Garnacho, just absolutely has to finish this one, and we finally finish one with a one-on-one with the goalie, and we are able to take a 1-0 lead after 37 minutes. Garnacho able to get a goal in this game. Ooh, Sesko finds Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe's going to look over here for Pedro Neto. Saw a lot of open space. Neto makes a nice move inside, finds Sesko. Chevalier makes a great save there to keep this one level, or not level, but still level, or not still level. God, I can't say the right word. Still at 1. Oh, Diamante almost gets a goal there. That was an excellent shot. I was not expecting that from him. We do not find Benjamin Sesko, and that's halftime. Kirkez able to find Garnacho. Garnacho again, way too fast for the opposition, and way too good for the opposition. One more goal for him. 2-0 lead, 53 minutes gone. Ooh, an excellent pass over here to Lee Kangen, who finds Richarlison. A great effort. Probably one of their best runs of play so far in this game, but unable to find the back of the net. Januzaj into Luka Bacchio, maybe? Not sure how to say his name. He shoots that one wide of the post. Smith Rowe, excellent vision over here to Sesko. Sesko Oh my God, what in the world is going on with Benjamin Sesko lately? He has just been out of form and out of touch for the past couple of episodes. I mean, that's a terrible shot. Smith Rowe into Diouf into Getson Fernandez, who finds a pass to Smith Rowe, who's looking across goal. I wanted him to hit that so much earlier. It would have been a beautiful play, but fortunately we can't get it done. But now off that second corner, Joe Scally pushing forward down this left side. Correa is trying to hold on to or play some good defense there. The cross was about as bad of a cross as you could ask for there. Kirkez gets the tackle in. Only 1 minute of added time, and Kirkez gets another tackle in. I was going to try to boot that one down the field as far as I could, but that's a 2-0 win in the first leg of our Europa Conference League fixture here against Sevilla. And now, only 3 days later, again, the scheduling is absolutely brutal sometimes. We have a game against Brentford. We have some emails to go through, of course, here real quick, but we are going to get a little bit of a rotated side in for this game. I don't know if it's going to be fully rotated. We might keep some of our better players in, but we got to rotate some. So we're going to get some different names and different faces into this first team. We're going to get Lamptey over here on the right side. Diamande is going to come out. We'll get Lewis Dunk in. Verbruggen can stay. Garnacho is going to come out for Bino Gittins, and honestly, I think I like the look of that lineup, so that's the lineup we're going to go with. We're going to get Jansen on the bench, make sure he gets some game time, hopefully at some point as well. But that's what we're going to go with, so let's go ahead and get into this game. We are going to simulate this game since Brentford are at the bottom of the table. We'll go ahead and show you. They're actually improving over the past few games. They are now in 16th place. Since the beginning of the episode, they've played pretty well, so they're on a run of form, but I think we're going to be able to stop them. This is the lineup that they're going to be going with, just in case you wanted to see it. And then, of course, you already saw our lineup, so let's go ahead and get into this sim. All right, now 20 minutes gone. Brentford are pushing forward. It is a bit confusing. We are the team in black, and they are the team in blue. We are able to get that one away, but 25 minutes gone. We haven't looked great so far, that's for sure. And now they take a 1-0 lead, 30 minutes gone. If we have to jump in, we will, but we won't do that until later in the second half. Not that it would necessarily make much of a difference, because we still struggle against most teams that we play against. But if we have to, we will. Ooh, almost a goal there. 44 minutes gone now. That was our best run of play so far. I think that it might be our only shot that we've taken so far, even close to goal or anything, but the referee's going to blow his whistle there. And yeah, I mean, as you can see, we are not performing too well so far. So, and Brentford take a 2-0 lead right there. So we're going to go ahead and jump in. Neto able to win the ball off of that man very early on after we get in this after we get out of the sim. Getson Fernandez now pushing forward. I don't like our options there. Fabricio Diaz. Got to get away from that defender as well. Baleba, we actually have a lot of room out here. Getson Fernandez going for a shot at that near post. Flecken makes the save. João Pedro able to get that one in off the corner. Of all people to score off of a corner, João Pedro is probably one of the more surprising ones. And the deficit is cut in half. Only 2-1 down now. A draw still really, in my mind, isn't acceptable in this game. We need to get 3 points, so we need to find 2 more goals in 30 minutes. And Bino Gittins wins that one off of the defender there and sends João Pedro on a run. We're going to be able to send that one back across to Bino Gittins. And we are coming on to the game and making a huge difference. It's obviously not as easy to play when you have a lot of pressure on you, but we are somehow making it work. And only 10 minutes after we came back into the game, we have leveled the game at 2, thanks to Jamie Bino Gittins. But now 86 minutes gone. Fabricio Diaz is sent on a run by Pedro Neto. I don't like our chances of getting around him. João Pedro can't get that shot away. We need to find a way to get a goal, but only 2 minutes of added time means that we are likely not going to get the ball back. But we definitely need to make sure to not give up a goal. Bueno sends a cross in. Oh, Verbruggen has to make the save. 93 minutes gone. Please, we cannot give up a goal here. They swing that one in, and it's a pretty decent cross, but Verbruggen does come and collect that one. And we end this game with a 2-2 draw. It was a good effort. We tried to come back and win that game, and we almost did, but unfortunately we fell just short. But now up next, we've got this game against Sevilla, of course. We are going to go ahead and simulate to this game. And then now we have another game, it looks like a few days just after that, which is against Leicester City in the FA Cup. So what we're going to do is actually we're going to play this last game. This is going to be the last game of the episode. We're going to leave that FA Cup game for the beginning of the next episode against Leicester, just because there's been a lot of games in this episode. And then we'll go ahead and get into the month of April as well, which I'm sure will be split up, because as long as we beat Sevilla or even just draw with Sevilla in this next game, then we will go on to the next round of the competition. And so now let's go ahead and get into this game. Of course, Sevilla's lineup is going to be looking like this. Very, very similar to the lineup that they put out last game, of course. I'm not sure if I saw Sebastian Bornau in that, actually. Let's go ahead and look. Yeah, Sebastian Bornau not getting the start, so they weren't too happy with his performance in the last game. We are playing a half and half, slightly rotated side from the first team and the second team. We got Jansen on the right, Fabricio Diaz still in the midfield, Valentin Barco, and then of course Mercier in goal. But besides that, we've got the best players that we can put out at every position. So let's go ahead and get into this game. Let's get a win, or even a draw. You know what? I'm happy with a draw as well. Gedson Fernandez out here to Thierry Correa. I don't like our options just yet, but we do end up getting around the defender. My God, I mean, the crossing in this game is just absolutely terrible. Garnacho inside to Fernandez. Fernandez has a little bit of room to run into. Finds Sesko, who tries to get the shot away. Oh, almost gets another shot away, but just kind of barely taps it to the keeper. And he clears it out. All right, Sevilla with their first opportunity, pushing forward really in the game. They've had one or two other chances to move forward, but haven't really done anything with them. And, oh, that's going to be the first goal of the game. A cross in to Richarlison in the middle of the box. And he finds the back of the net, and that's going to be a 1-0 lead in this game. Still 2-1 on aggregate, but we need to get this 2-goal lead back for me to feel comfortable for the rest of this game. Oh yeah, Fabricio Diaz sends Barco on a run. Barco pushing forward now, much further ahead of Garnacho. We're going to have to cut this one back. Look for Sesko, who takes a nice touch. Goes for the shot, but unfortunately can't find the back of the net. But we do find ourselves with the corner just a couple minutes before the end of the first half. We are going to swing this one in. Sesko gets to it somehow. I thought the defender was going to get to it, but nonetheless, wide of the goal. Garnacho finds Smith Rowe in midfield. I don't like the runs we're getting from any of our players right now. We're going to send this one back inside to Fabricio Diaz, who gets it out here to Garnacho. Garnacho is being double-teamed, so we're going to have to go back inside again. Gedson Fernandez, there's just nowhere to go. Their defense is very, very stout in this game. Ooh, Smith Rowe with an excellent pass out here to Garnacho. I see Benjamin Sesko. I mean, he just needs to keep running. He's going towards that back post. For whatever reason, slowed down, and we could not get to it. And there was a big old mess there in the middle of the box, but Sevilla are able to get away. 73 minutes gone. Ooh, Sesko with an excellent pass to Smith Rowe. Not exactly the paciest player, but we get a shot away. 78 minutes gone. We level this game at 1. We take a 3-1 lead on aggregate. And we have surely sealed Sevilla's fate in this competition and found our way into the next round, into the quarterfinals of the UECL. Oof. And now a turnover in midfield by Bino Gittins. They are going to try to push forward here, and Dicka makes that tackle. Only 2 minutes of added time. Can't we send someone on a run here? We're going to try to get Jamie Bino Gittins out on a run on this left side. Fabricio Diaz with an excellent pass over to him. Bino Gittins, we're just going to keep pushing forward. Going to try to cut that one back. Scally does well to get that one away momentarily. They do end up clearing it out, but we do level this game at 1 after 70 minutes, and we do take a 3-1 lead. Not a 3-1 lead, but we do win this competition 3-1 over Sevilla. We are into the next round of the Europa Conference League. And it looks like Aston Villa made it through, Vitoria made it through, as well as Mönchengladbach, and then Galatasaray, I believe, made it through. Maybe the other team made it through. I'm not even going to try to say that name. Fiorentina made it through. AZ, I believe is how it's called over there in Europe, made it through. And then Dynamo Zagreb won 4-3 on penalties. So a lot of good teams still left in the competition, but honestly, I think we're the best team left. It'd be between us and maybe Aston Villa. Matches have already been rescheduled, so let's go ahead and take a look at who we're going to be playing in the next round. And it looks like it's going to be Vitoria SC, I believe. They're from Portugal, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be interesting. I think we're going to be able to get into the first leg of that fixture in the next episode. We'll have the away game against Leicester, Man City, Burnley, Fulham, and then that game as well. We might have another FA Cup game in between there as well, but we'll just have to see how the episode goes. But I will go ahead and show you guys our player stats before we get out of here. And you can go ahead and take a look at those. I mean, Benjamin Sesko and João Pedro are having fantastic seasons. João Pedro, like, In the Premier League, he hasn't performed as well as he should, but in the Europa League and Conference League, he's played excellent, and in the FA Cup as well. I mean, he's having a great season. I really like João Pedro. It's unfortunate that he doesn't grow in rating as fast as maybe a player like Benjamin Sesko does. So, one thing I did want to do before we actually end off this episode is send out our youth scout back again. I want to send him out to England, and I want to get a good young English talent if we can, just because I feel like that would make sense for our youth academy here at Brighton and Hove Albion, and we haven't had our scout sent out for a long time, so I wanted to go ahead and send him out. But yeah, like I said, that's going to go ahead and do it. We are now into the 6th round of the FA Cup, which is the quarterfinal, and as you can see, there's lots of good teams still left in that competition. Coventry City actually has one of our loanee players at their club, and he's been playing the FA Cup, so that's exciting to see. And then here is the Premier League table before we leave as well, so that you guys can see that one. And that's where we're going to round off the episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you made it this far into the video, please leave a comment down below also telling me how you feel about the career mode, what you want me to do in the career mode, if there's any suggestions you have for me at all. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave it. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.